Tailwind is the not-so-secret secret behind most pinners' success. From my experience, there is no tool more unanimously used and supported in Pinterest marketing. And I think this is because their tools are so uniquely and specifically built to be beneficial to Pinterest users. And they recently launched SmartPin, which is not only saving me even more hours when it comes to the time it takes to create more pins, but after you do some of the upfront work to configure it, it starts working on autopilot. You heard me, autopilot. Which means it's time to share an update on this very well-loved video on my Tailwind workflow. And I don't know if you caught this little message at the beginning, but as someone who has been talking organically about Tailwind for years, I am beyond excited to be making this video in partnership with them. All right, so let's get into it. The biggest struggle that people face when it comes to Pinterest marketing is being able to keep up with a steady flow of fresh pins, because Pinterest themselves have said that they like fresh content. Not only fresh visuals, but also fresh spins on titles and descriptions, and fresh links even. And trying to stay on top of a consistent volume of freshness can often leave pinners feeling like they're on a hamster wheel. Now, I do want to say, the beauty of Pinterest is that you don't need to feel the constant pressure of trying to keep up with the algorithm like you do on other platforms. But the reality is that the more you put into it, the more you will get out of it. And I don't know about you, but my personality is that I'm always trying to put more in, while also trying to find a way to automate things as much as I can so that I don't get burnt out. So if we look at my own Tailwind strategy for the past, I don't even know, years, as I talked about in the last video, it usually looks like me batch creating a ton of pins using Tailwind Create, and then just scheduling them out into as far into the future as I possibly can. This is the only way that I've been able to be even semi-consistent on Pinterest, but I will admit sometimes I take too long of a gap between these batch creating sessions, and then I find myself out of content again. But that's where SmartPin comes in and takes my content strategy to the next level, making consistency on Pinterest nearly foolproof. So before I actually show you how this works, what is SmartPin? It is an AI-powered fresh pin generator. All you need to do is provide it with your URL, a link to the blog post, the website, the content that you are going to want it to create pins from. Then it is going to do its thing, design you a pin, provide you a title and a description on a weekly basis. All you really have to do is hit schedule. But if you're like me and are a little protective over the final result of your content, as I'm about to show you, you can also control and refine your pin a little bit more before scheduling. Let me walk you through how powerful this is. So we're going to start off by hitting Smart Pin at the top, going over here to add a new Smart Pin. And let's see, let's do one about the truth about starting a vlog channel. I haven't made any pins about this one yet. Back into Tailwind. There we go. Now, because this is pulling from your content, your own words, it's going to create something pretty solid. But if you want to further guide it with some keywords or phrases, potentially something that has come up in your keyword research for Pinterest, then you would want to add it into this below section. So I'm just going to put in vlogging and YouTube, even though I'm pretty sure it would have done that anyways, given the topic of the post. And then as it says here, pins are generated weekly and use 3 AI credits each. I currently have 250, so we don't need to worry about that. Now it gives us the option to select specific images that we want it to use in the pins. I'm gonna choose this one, which is the header image that I have for my blog post. And the rest that are popping up here are just the different images that I have along like my sidebar and at the bottom of the blog post saying like, read more, here's a related one. Ideally, you do want to have several different image options for it to choose from and rotate through, because then you're giving it more chances to create truly fresh content. But unfortunately, I was a little lazy with this blog post and there's no other images for it. But what is cool here too is that you aren't limited to just the imagery, the photos that is already up on your website. You can also add in your own images for it to add to the rotation, which I'm actually going to do here with just 2 kind of stock photos that have to do with vlogging. And this is really great to keep in mind if you are creating smart pins around a particular product. If you have a lot of different shots of it, some different visuals, maybe some more like lifestyle shots of your product, showing it in action, you can easily add it here for a smart pin to pull from. So now that that's done, we're gonna hit Save Selected Images. Drum roll. It says it's making some posts for me up here. I just want to highlight that you can come in and edit the details of this at any time. You can come in and add more images, you can take some out, you can add more keywords, you can turn a particular URL on or off. It's up to you. And I can see here now that the next pin it's going to create for me is a week away. And if I want one right here now, I can actually hit get a pin now, which will cost me 3 AI credits. So back in Pin Scheduler, we have 2 smart pins that it just created for us. So we have here, grow, monetize, and stand out on YouTube. And the pin title it chose is vlogging on YouTube, honest tips for growth, monetization, and finding your niche. That is exactly what my blog post is about, so that's fantastic. It has some great keywords in it of its own. It includes vlogging and YouTube as I had specified. It looks clean, the text is readable. I could very easily just choose the boards that it applies to and hit schedule. But I did say there is room for some more control and tweaking for those of us who like to do so. So by clicking change pin design, it allows you to choose between 3 different graphics, as well as change out the image if you feel like the one it chose didn't fully match what you were talking about. But what I personally like to tweak is actually the color and the fonts. Now I do like that Tailwind is choosing a color combo that seems really cohesive with the photo it chose. You can actually see in the background some of the other smart pins that it has created for me. There's a red in this one, so it's pulling it and making the main color red. Over here, there's like some green, so it's pulling the green. Here it's the yellow from the beach. But for me, I like to keep my pins very on brand so that when people see them, they know it's me. So it takes like 2 seconds to pop in here and choose my color code, and I can hit update designs. Perfect, that looks fantastic to me. And if you want to take it a step further, you can also change the fonts. You could choose a curated font pairing where it's piecing together 2 fonts that are usually going to look pretty good together, or you can choose your own. I normally do open fonts, but I kind of really like this Merriweather combo. Let's click update designs. I like it, and then I'm just gonna hit save. Now again, you don't have to go through that much tweaking. The whole purpose and benefit of this is that it is saving you so much time. But again, this is just something I personally like to do. And I find that even taking the time to go in and change this like once a week before I hit schedule takes like a fraction, a teeny weeny fraction of the time it would be taking me to actually create all of this from scratch. Like, this is a beautiful time saver. Now I'm just gonna go ahead and brand the other ones that I have sitting here. Then I'm gonna quickly show you the beauty of the bulk scheduler. So I'll boom, update design, save, boom, let's do this one. Like, this is taking like 10 seconds. Boom, save. For this one, I actually really like how the pin color perfectly complements the outfit. So I'm gonna leave that one. It's not particularly on brand, but I'm down to experiment and see how it performs. Okay, literally 45 seconds later, I now have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 beautiful pins. Now it's time to schedule them. I think that besides Tailwind's pin creating tools, Bulk Scheduler is my most used feature. It just streamlines my entire process. Let me show you what I mean. So let's select 1, 2, 3 pins all going to the same website. Now we're going to just hit bulk edit here at the bottom. And this is cool because it allows you to apply a change to every pin that you have selected all at once. And if there are any settings or fields that you want to remain unique on each pin, you just leave blank and it won't mess with it. So I like that there are multiple different pin titles and descriptions for each of these. They all have to have the same website. Boards is what I am specifically looking to change here. So this post is about passive income on YouTube. So we want it to apply to Creating with Kay, a blog post, how to make money on YouTube, how to make passive income online. And then we can apply changes to selected pins. Boom. You can see on the bottom here how spaced out you want these pins to be. And so I have this set for 7 days, and then I just hit schedule. Boom. All 3 have been scheduled at the same time. Done. If I'm being honest, the bane of my pin making experience is always the titles and descriptions. I know how important they are for SEO, how important it is to have those keywords in it so that Pinterest can know who to show my content to, but I just find it the most tedious part of the process because I'm always trying to find variations of saying the same thing. It's like the least fun part of the content creation process for me. So I absolutely love what SmartPin is able to do. And if you have pins that you've already made, you can actually still make use of Ghostwriter to take on the hard part of the titles and descriptions. So I actually just uploaded 3 pins here. These are little video pins I made that I hope will drive traffic back to the landing page for a mini series that I am selling for content creators. First, I'm going to bulk edit them with the right URL, and then I'm going to click Ghostwriter. And I want it to create a unique pin title and description for each pin, which is an absolute game changer. For those of you who are around for my Tailwind video last year, you knew I was like copy and pasting different Ghostwriter generations into each pin, but me now being able to bulk do this and make sure that each pin is unique, oh, beautiful. I do want the call to action to maybe be click to learn more. Keywords, I'm gonna put like brand deals, content creator, influencer, and what I'm posting about. I would say this is technically like a featured product. Paid mini series, 8 videos, 15 downloadables to help content creators start landing paid brand deals. Generate pin details. Oh, I love this. I hate to admit that this is better than I probably would have come up with. So we've got brand deals made easy with 8 exclusive video lessons. Take the guesswork out of landing paid brand deals with our mini series. It gives me 3 possible outcomes. This looks great. Love it. And then we're just going to save the details. Back to pin scheduler, and there they are. That was like too simple. Some other fun things about the Smart Schedule here too is that we'll tell you if your weekly pin average is in line with Pinterest best practices, if you're over pinning, under pinning. Obviously, I have neglected this a little bit, so my calendar's looking a little sparse. After we're done chatting here, I'm gonna fix that and fill up my schedule. You can also drag and drop pins, and it will actually tell you if moving a pin up will break the pin spacing rule that you set. I find that this is just so intuitive and beginner friendly. I love it. Looking ahead at my own workflow, I think I'll continue doing my batch create pins when I first create a blog post to get that initial content up. And then going forward, I will make a smart pin for it so that it will have fresh pins leading back to old blog posts long into the future. Then for anything that I do a bit more custom, especially my video content, I will upload it and then use the Ghostwriter to do the heavy lifting of the pin title and description for me. And while I am a WordPress girly, there's also seamless integration with Shopify, WooCommerce, Etsy, Squarespace. So regardless of your Pinterest marketing goals or strategies or platforms, you will be able to integrate this into your existing workflow. As you know, I've been using Tailwind organically for years, paying my own money. I believe in it so much. I don't think I can overstate how cool it is to actually have got on their radar and be able to partner with them to share all of these cool features with you. Like, using it has allowed me to succeed on Pinterest to the point where I've been able to get on Pinterest radar and work with them. Like, all of that would not have been possible without Tailwind. Not at all. Now, if you want to give it a try, visit tailwindapp.com using my link in the description, and you will get 50 bonus AI credits, which can help you schedule out more smart pins or use Ghostwriter to come up with some more pin title and description combos for the pins that you have created. I hope it was helpful to take more of a look at what Tailwind can do for you. And if you have more questions about how I use it, drop them below, and we'll see you in another video. Until next time.